Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to study about how to control our sprite, like how to make it look like it is moving. So let's start. First of all, we are going to remove this cat sprite from here. Now we'll select first of all a backdrop. Let's say we want to choose a backdrop of a desert like this. Now we will choose our sprite. We'll click on this and we have a sprite named every walk. Click on that and you'll see there's a sprite here. Okay, so this is all we are going to need. Now let's start writing the code. But before that, let us first look at the costumes of this sprite. Click on the costumes and you will see there are different costumes of this sprite, but if you will notice, then the sprite is facing only in right direction. So we are going to need to make costume for the sprite facing in left direction. For that, what we will do, let us say select this one, the very first sprite, the very first costume. Now what we'll do, we'll left click on this and click on duplicate. That is, we are making a copy of this costume 1. In this costume, in the copy, what we'll do, we'll click on this flip horizontal. And when we click on this, you will see that now our sprite is facing towards left. So what we'll do, the very first costume, you'll see the name of the costume here. Instead of this, we'll remove everything and we'll write right A, so that we can identify which costume is it of which direction. Then the second which we have created right now, in the costume again we change the name as left A, as this is facing in left direction. Now this again the B part of this, we click on this, duplicate it. Now again we need to rename this. See, as of now it is facing towards right. So we'll write right B. Now we will name the previous sprite as, again we need to change its direction. We want that our sprite should face in left direction also. So we click on flip horizontal. See, and we'll change the name of this as left B. So now let's go to the next one. Again duplicate it and change the name as right C. This one we will flip it horizontally, then click on that and left C. And the very last one, again duplicate this. For this we'll change the name as right D. Then the last one, to face it in left direction, click on flip horizontal and we will change the name as left D. Now our sprite is ready. The costumes are ready. If you will see, we are having sprite facing in right direction also, and we are having costumes of the sprite that are facing in left direction also. Now our costumes are ready. Now let us start writing the code. Now let's whenever we are writing the code, we want to select the event first. We'll go to the event block and we select the when green flag is clicked. Now, as of now, if you see, the size of the sprite is quite large. We want to reduce it. So we can change it directly from here also. In the size, instead of 100, we will write 80 or whatever size you want. Or we can do it by another method also. Let me tell you that. We'll go to the looks option and you will see a block of set size to 100%. Instead of 100, let us reduce it to 80. And we click on this block, drag and insert it in our script. Now, what else we want? Let us assume that, let us say that we want our sprite should start walking from here. Just a minute. Yes. So we are going to put this in this position, and remember the go to block which I have told you before in previous videos. So we go to the motion statement and we select the go to block. Click on this and bring it here. Now see, you have to match the x and y value which is present here to the in the go to block. See, as of now the sprite will start walking from this place with x direction as -166, y as -78, and same should be here. Now we want that our sprite should look like it is walking. So as of now it is facing toward right. So what we'll do, we need to change its costume. So in the looks option we find the costume block. We'll go to it and we'll select switch costume to. Now we need to choose. See, as of now our sprite is facing toward the right direction. So we are going to need the another costume for the same right direction. So we'll select right B. Now let us start moving our sprite. We want to control our sprite with arrow keys present in our keyboard, like the up and down arrow keys and left and right arrow keys. So first let us write the code for left arrow key, or maybe right arrow key. Let's start with the first right arrow key. So what we are going to do, see, our sprite should start moving when we press the right arrow key. That is, if we press right key, it should start moving. So we are having a condition here. For that we are going to use if, and yes, we click on this and bring it here. Now you will see, why did I choose if and else? Because we are going to write the code for both left and right movement. Let us first write the code for right movement. You see this empty slot, we are going to fill it with the when right arrow key is pressed. You see the option here, key left arrow pressed. Instead of left arrow, we'll select right arrow. Then we click on this and drag it and insert it in this block. Now what we'll do, that when the key right arrow is pressed, the sprite should start moving in this direction. This is our x, and as the sprite moves, the x value will increase. So what we'll do, we want the x should increase. So in the motion block we will be having a option of change x by 10. We can click on this and bring it, insert it here. Now see, as of now it is only moving, but we have only changed the increase the distance, or we are changing the x value. We also want that it should appear. So for that we need to change its costume. So again, let's go to the looks option, because that is where our costume is, and we'll select switch costume to. Now we have already selected right B, Now we'll select right C. Then we click on this and insert it here. After that, what do we want? That just for few seconds and it should costume should change again. So we are going to insert how many seconds we want to wait. We are for that we are going to insert the wait block. We click on this and insert it here. Now we need to change or reduce the time as if it should look like it is moving. So we'll click on wait for zero point 0.1 seconds. Then again we are going to change the costume. Now we need to focus on this, that the sprite is moving in right direction. So every time we are going to switch the costume, we need to select the right direction only. So switch costume to right D, like this. Okay. Now again what we'll do? Now again we'll follow the same procedure and we are going to insert again some wait block here, reduce its time and again switch the costume. For that we'll go to again switch costume to right A. Click on this and bring it here. Then during this time what do we want? That our Y should not change. So we are going to write like change Y by 0. Like as of now only X values is changing. That is our sprite is moving in X direction only. And why do we need to specify this? I'll tell you later on. Now, after that, we need to do one more thing. We need to make a variable which will tell in which direction our sprite is moving. So, how to create the variable? I have told you before only. We'll go to the variables option and we have an make a variable block. Click on this and we'll name it as direction. Now what we'll do, we need that as of now our sprite is moving in right direction. So we are going to set the direction to R. We'll write R here and we'll insert it like this. Now we will move to the else condition. As of now we have made the if one. Now we'll move to the else condition. So what's going to happen in else? Like as of now, before we have written for right arrow. Now we are going to write for the left arrow key. So again inside the else block we can go and select if, like if and else, like okay, I'll show you. See, so here in the slot we are going to enter for the left arrow key. From where we are going to get that? Like in the previous step we are going to get that from the sensing block. We'll go to the sensing and the key space is pressed. You will see this block. Instead of space we'll click on this and we'll select left arrow key. Click on this, drag and insert it here. Now what do we want? As we have done for the right arrow key, the same step we are going to follow for left arrow key also, except we want that the costume we are going to select will be of left side. Now what we'll do, see, we'll go to the motion block and we'll select what, change X. Okay, so as we have done for the right arrow key, like this, we are going to change the value of X. See, as of now when the our sprite is going to move towards right, it's going, the X is going to increase, and when it is going to, so we'll select the X block. Like I told you, when the our sprite is going to move in right direction, then the X value will increase, and if it's going to move in the left direction, that is the X value will decrease. So now what we'll do, we'll go and select here, we'll go and select just a minute, yes, like change X by, again we'll place it here, and instead of writing 10 we'll write -10. Then what we'll do, yes, then we will switch the costume. Like in the right arrow key we switch the costume to right C, right D, right A. Similarly here we are going to select. So how the switch costume option is present in looks flow. We'll go and switch costume to left. We click on this. Okay, it's not working. Okay, switch costume to, the very first is left A. Then what we are going to do, the same as the previous step, we are going to wait for some seconds, like 0.1 seconds. Then we are going to we can just copy this down, and you will see again like 3 to 4 times we can do it. A, and again we can change the costume to B. We are having total of, okay, just a minute, left A, then left B, then left C, and left D. So in this way we are changing the values. We are making the sprite move towards left. Okay, now what we will do, if you want to check this much code, you can click on the green flag. See, I'm pressing the right direction, and our sprite is, I'm pressing the right arrow key and it is moving. Alright, now when I press the left arrow key, it is moving this side. So what we can do, as of now, like in the previous we have set the direction to R, now we need to set the direction to L. Instead of right, we can write L. Click on this and insert it here. Now see, and we can increase the number of steps also if you want, like 20. Okay, see, now we have already made for left and right arrow key. Now we are going to make for up and down. What should happen if we press the up arrow key? So again we use an if and else block, pick it up and place it here. Now in this slot what we are going to place when we press the up arrow key, that is when up arrow is pressed. Click on this, insert it here. Now what we will do, when we press the up arrow key, what should happen, that when when the direction is L, that means it is moving in left direction. Okay, so when we set the command for if key up arrow is pressed, and what do we want, if our sprite is facing towards left, then we want to show the left costumes, so that it should appear that it is moving in left face direction. Similarly, else if it is facing to, if the direction is L right, then it should, then we are going to use the costume for right. How? I'll show you. See, if key up arrow is pressed, and in that, what we are going to do, we are going to place the if block here, and we will check what is the value of direction. So to compare or to check, we use operators. Click on this and insert it here. Instead of 50, we will write L. If the and what is equals to L? If the direction is equals to L. So we will pick the direction from the variable and insert it here. Now, if the direction is L, we want to switch costumes to left directions. So we'll insert it here, and in the same way we will insert the wait block, and we can put the time as 0.1 seconds. Then we can duplicate it for 4 times, and for each of the time we can select different costumes for the left side, like left A, left B, left C, and left D. Okay, and meanwhile what should happen, that the value that is, as of now, when we are pressing the left and right arrow key, then it was moving in left and right direction. But when we press the up arrow key, it should move in vertical direction. So that means the value of y is going to change and x remains the same. So for that, we will go to again motion block, and we can use change y by 10, or we can put 20 also. Alright, and also see, when the sprite is going to move up, that is if it is going from this place to this, its size is also going to decrease, because the far the sprite goes, yeah, it will look small. So for that we will use what, change size by 10. Alright, so let us check this much code. See, I'm pressing the right, okay. So if I'm pressing the up, then it is increasing. Okay, so let us wait for the right arrow. You see, the condition of else is already here. Like if direction is equals to L, then we can use the. Now what we'll see, that as of now we have already made the code for direction equals to L, and in the else part what we are going to do, like what should happen if the direction is not L, that means the direction is right. So in that case we can directly put up the same thing, this block, we can duplicate this and insert it here, except we are going to do the change to, that is as of now we are here moving in the right direction. So we'll change the costume to right costumes. Okay, and instead of we can change it like yes. Now what should happen next, what are we going to do next? See, when yes, here there was one thing we missed. When it is moving up, that means it is going far, so the direction its size is going to decrease. So instead of plus 10 we will write minus 10, like this. See, yes. So now if I press V, if you want to check the code, you can check. See, I'm pressing the up arrow key and it is going far. So similarly, we are going to make the code for down arrow key. So as you can see, the most of the code is going to be same, so we can directly copy this much, duplicate this and insert it here in the else part. And we are going to do some changes, like if instead of up arrow, if down arrow is pressed, if direction is L, now in down arrow what should happen, that the sprite is far, let's say here the sprite is far, and when it will come towards down, like when it will come closer to us, it should appear that its size is increasing. So first of all, we'll write for direction equals to L, we'll switch costumes in the same way, and now it is coming down, so we are going to decrease, like when going up y value increases and going down y value decreases. And instead of reducing the size we will increase the size. I'll show you how it is done, just a minute. Yes, and in the last, what we are going to do, we are just going to insert two more statements, like if we press, if the direction is R, then it should face toward R, right? And if the direction is left, that is L, it should face towards left. So for that, again we are going to go on the control and use if and else. Simply what we'll do, we need a comparison operator, like if the value of direction is R, so for that we use this. Instead of 50, what we'll write left, and what are we going to insert in this? R variable, the direction. If the direction is equals to L, we want that it should switch costume to left, like left A, else it can switch costume to right A. Alright, so this was our code. Well, it was quite longer, lengthy I guess. So let's check. When we press the green flag, and now I start pressing the right arrow key, see, our sprite is moving right. Now I press the left arrow key, it starts moving left. Now if I press the up arrow key, it is going far from us and its size is decreasing. And when I press the down arrow key, then it is coming closer to us. Alright, so this is how we can make this project where we are moving our own sprite. You can use this code and try it by yourself also, or you can use the same code while making any game of your own. Okay, so that's all for this video. Thank you.